Hello and welcome again, Cooking with Jerry Estrada. Thanks for being with us again today. So today I'm going to be cooking something different. This is a little bit of a Mexican plate. It's basically called, it has two names. It has a casserole, a cornbread casserole stuffed with ground meat, or un tamal relleno con carne molida. And it's basically, the recipe is divided in two parts. The first part I'm going to do is to prepare the meat. I'm going to start off with the ground beef, about a pound. I'm going to be using about 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to use, that's about a small onion. There's about 3/4 cups of onion, a cup of carrots, a half a cup of green peppers, a cup of tomatoes, a cup of mixed vegetables, about a half a cup of sliced olives that I already cut. I'm going to also use half a cup of chorizo, some tomato sauce, some sofrito, a little bit of mojo, it's mojo criollo. I use that a lot when I season the meat. I'm going to be using some lemon, some lime, a beef bouillon, un sazon. There's going to be some adobo, some oregano, and that's going to be for the meat. But then I'm going to do and prepare the cornbread, which I'm going to be needing milk, eggs, cheese, a little bit of sugar, and to build it up, I'm going to need a little bit of grease. And to garnish it all together, I'm going to throw some cheese in it. And then to garnish, I'm going to use a little avocado and cilantro. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start up with this first meat. Let me go ahead and get this real quick. Okay, so now I'm going to start off and getting nice and into this now. All right, so first of all, I'm going to use a little bit of adobo. This is for taste. I mean, it depends. Some people use a lot of it. I just use a little bit because it's going to have so much more taste. So I use this, a little oregano. And then I go ahead and I'm going to use the mojo. And now mix it all together. Okay, so now we're going to prepare el picadillo, which is the meat or the stuffing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just a little bit. The pan is nice and hot. I'm going to use a little piece of meat because it's going to be greasy, and I'm going to use that same grease to start the foundation here. Okay, so now once that starts, it's nice and hot. I need to bring it down about medium to hot, and I'm going to add the garlic. And you don't want to have burnt the garlic. You want it to start kind of seasoning it up so it has a nice taste. Here's the onions. And to the onions, I'm going to go ahead and add the beef bouillon right now so it can start already cooking away and breaking up. I'm going to stir that up a little bit. And then I'm going to add the carrots. Because the carrots take a little time to cook. So I'm going to add these now. Now this is going to start cooking a little bit. And in a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and keep on adding some more ingredients. Okay, well, the carrots and the garlic and the onions are beginning to look real good. Ahora ya yo puse la zanahoria, aquí está el ajo molido, el picadillo, perdón, la cebollita, y ahora le voy a echar chorizo. This is chorizo. I put basically about a half a cup of chorizo in there because that's going to give it color and some taste. It's going to really make it more almost international taste. Con chorizo va a ser más internacional el sabor. Ahí lo voy a cocinar un ratito. Y a esto le voy a ya ir preparando y le voy a añadir la carne molida. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to add the meat. Cut it up a little bit. Okay, I'll just stir this up a little bit. Bring it down a little bit more. And now I'm going to add the sofrito. This is sofrito. And everybody knows what sofrito is. This is about a half a cup, basically like 3 teaspoons of sofrito to the mix. Okay, so here it's all, the meat's all been chopped up and everything, and here's where I'm going to go ahead and add the sazon. I'm going to add my olives. Aquí ya añadí el sazón y ahora las aceitunas picaditas con pimiento y un poquito de agua de aceituna. I'm going to add the green peppers. And some lemon. Some lime, excuse me. Lime, a little lime cuts up the fat and just gives it another authentic taste. This is like a half a lemon, half a lime. And there you go, and that's good. Stir that up a little bit. And then I'm going to add the tomato sauce. Y ahora viene la salsa de tomate. Y a remover. And let's mix. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add the mixed vegetables and the tomatoes. Now I always add this at the end because they cook really fast. Al final añado los vegetales mixtos, los tomates, pues eso se cocina rápido. Ahora voy a remover todo y cocinar esto como 20 minutos. And I'm going to go ahead and mix all this up and cook for about another 20 minutes of slow cooking while I go and prepare the cornbread. Okay, now we're going to do the cornbread, but before I do the cornbread mixture, I got to turn the oven preheated at 400. Okay, it's 400. Now let's go ahead. All right, so first of all, you're going to take your baking plate and you're going to go ahead and grease it evenly, a nice and thin layer so that the cornbread won't stick on it. Okay, so this is already greased up lightly, and para que sepan, el horno está a 400 grados y ya entonces ya esto está con la grasa y vamos a hacer ahora el cornbread. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to mix the cornbread. For the cornbread, we're going to use a whole box of this Jiffy corn muffin mix. I'm going to use 2. Of this, I'm also, so basically each box requires 1 egg, but so I already have 2 eggs here. 2 eggs and a third cup of milk, so here's 2/3 a cup. And as I go doing this, I start mixing it up. Okay, so the batter is mixed up, and to the batter now, I go ahead and I add the scallions that I chopped up previously. A la mixtura le voy a añadir las cebollitas picaditas y le voy a añadir un poco de queso, como mitad like a half a cup, or half of this, because I'm going to use some of this cheese for later. And I'm also going to put a little bit of sugar. How about a tablespoon? This is to taste. This is something that you can do. Some people don't want to use sugar. I do. There. And I mix it. Okay, so now we're going to use half of this batter and I'm going to go ahead and shape it into the plate. Vamos a usar mitad de esta mezcla y llenar el plato a la parte de abajo. And we're going to give it shape. Okay. Okay, well look, here's the meat. Look how nice. I wish you could smell it. It smells great. And then I want to say something about the batter. I put the onions, but other people that like spicy stuff, Mexican style, you can just put slices of jalapeno in there. Not for me, but if you like to, you can do it. El que quiera meter un poquito de jalapeno a la mezcla, con mucho gusto, adelante, pero yo no puedo comer pico. Okay, so I'm going to put the meat in here. Okay, so this is pretty much loaded up with meat. At this time, I'm going to stop. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some extra cheese to it. Spread it all nice and evenly. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and add the batter. Okay, I'm almost finished here. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and finish spreading the batter like this real nice and even. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it in the oven. Okay, great. At 400, I'll see you in about 25 minutes. Okay, so here it is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut it and put it in a plate and serve it. So this is something that once it's cooked, you have to wait about 4 or 5 minutes to cool down a little bit before you cut it. Okay. So antes de cortarlo, siempre cuando sacan algo así del horno, esperen unos 5 minutitos antes de cortarlo. Eso, déjame. Let's go and see how it goes. In here. The first cut's always the dangerous one. Okay, this is how I present the plate. Aquí le pongo, para presentar el plato, pongo un poquito de cilantro encima. Un poquito de aguacate, some avocado on the side. Oops, and then the sour cream. There you go. So to the avocado, I always put just a little touch of salt to taste. And there you have it. Okay, so entonces vamos a probarlo. Let's taste this good boy here. really tasty. Let me tell you, this is a fantastic tasting plate. You have to try it. So please, if you like this, go ahead and share with other people. I like to reach out quickly and say hello to my family, my children, and mi amigo en España, Edgar y May, Isa. Un saludo a todo el mundo allá. So please enjoy. Thank you so much for coming to seeing us here. Y nos vemos pronto. Buen provecho and enjoy. Go ahead and take a nice close-up at it.